Friends, today's NRI Samai program from Los Angeles brought to you commercial-free by listeners like you. Your generous donations make possible for us to stay commercial-free, and today's show is pre-recorded. If you have a question for the guest, please send an email to nrisamai@gmail.com. We will follow up with the guest and find the answer for you. Thank you for your support.
The family.
Let me pull you back to the Dalit issue. And since you have mentioned RSS, recently head of RSS has made a certain comments regarding reservation. That is largely for Dalit and tribal communities. So, do you see a difference in their policy, their ideology, their views on Dalit tribal issue and reservation in recent past?
It's very simple to be understood. Now, what is happening is that, what does RSS want? RSS wants to build a nation based on Hindutva cultural nationalism. It's as simple as anything. And they would do anything to any extent to ensure that. Now, if you look at the pan-Indian politics of RSS and outside politics of RSS, RSS is not just active in India, it has a huge network across the world, which is also pumping in a lot of money. There's a lot of NRIs sitting in US, UK, Canada, Australia, and the entire Europe who bring in money for RSS. Now, this cultural nationalism, the Hindutva cultural nationalism, which actually was strongly proposed by Golwalkar. Now, if you look at that, for that they also need Dalits, Adivasis and OBCs. Yeah. They also need that these three sections do not descend against them. They need that these sections are properly appeased. These sections are properly taken care, because if they are not taken care, they may raise questions. Yeah. Now, RSS politics, if you look at the book, We and Our Nation Not Defined, it clearly categorizes the politics of RSS. And it is very clear that as a strategy, they would even appease the Muslims for that reason. They would appease the Christians for that reason. RSS has announced that certain churches in India are good and we have no problem with them, while certain other churches in India are still alien and outsider. The ones who are good, RSS claims that these churches have got Indic culture. Yeah. The Indianized. What is the Indianized culture? Yeah. The Indianized culture basically means that they have got certain elements of Hindutva adapted into their Christianity, the Christian practice. So RSS it's a very smart organization. It's a very smart organization. It is a very dictatorial organization. That the Sarsang Chalak, he is the all and all authority, and you have no authority to challenge or question them. If it's a Sarsang Chalak who says certain things, it has to be implemented in letter and spirit.
But please comment on their Dalit policy.
Their Dalit policy
of today.
Yes. Their Dalit policy of today. Today their RSS is actually confused with the Dalit question, because they see that there is a radical Dalit politics coming up from different campuses, coming up from different intellectual sections from within the Dalits, coming up from different activist groups. So now they see that there is something which is, and now they also know this is actually growing very fast. At the other end, they are also confused because there is a politics of liquidation and dilution which Congress played, and Congress is also trying to appease. And they are more confused because after the victory in Maharashtra Vidhan Sabha, they lost the consequent elections in Maharashtra. They lost all the consequent elections in Maharashtra, the Panchayat election, the municipal corporation elections, the Mandi elections. These elections they lost. So now they are confused what mechanics could we apply to bring back. They lost terribly in Bihar because they strongly believed to capture Bihar. They had a strong belief in July, by July 2015, they believed like we could actually capture Bihar, which would mean that we can ensure the next 2019 elections.
Friends, if you liked today's show, please go to youtube.com/NRI Samay and click on the subscribe button. You will get notified every time we publish a new show. And you can also like us on our social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, and Google+.